Hi, everybody. We're back.
Yeah, and we're literally back because we just did this intro.
Yeah, well, listen.
Well, half of it.
Sometimes things don't work out the way they plan to.
I was telling Bob there was an issue, and we ignored the issue.
Well, because I thought the issue was fine, okay? I thought everything was peachy keen and nothing was going to go bad, and then it went bad.
Yeah, so this is, I guess 2 weeks in a row where we've had issues with recording. Because we just did Arachnophobia, and that, Bob sounds echoey as all hell.
Yeah, it was our first time recording with 3 mics. I put a disclaimer at the front of the video. It worked out. It was a pain to edit, but I got it to work.
Yeah, I mean, you were editing until, as you said, in the recording that no one's going to hear, up to 2 hours ago.
Yeah.
Basically.
Yeah, basically I had to recut some stuff because of the way some stuff in the audio worked out and to try and fix some of the echo, and it was a pain in the ass.
So, not that anyone cares, but that's why the video was up late on Friday.
Yeah. I mean, I sent out the links in a timely manner. It was up at like, I don't know, 8 or 9?
Yeah, but it's normally up at midnight just because we're trolls that are up in the middle of the night.
Well, yeah, we're up in the middle of the night I'm working, damn it.
So am I. But I guess let's do this again. How was your week, Bob?
It was okay. I didn't really do anything that interesting. I mean, let me think. Nah, nothing. Nothing interesting. Edited podcasts and worked on homework. That was it. How was your week, Ben? How would...
So natural.
It's so oh my god.
It was fine. I did homework. I worked. It's my birthday this week, so that's gonna be
I
fun.
forgot it was your birthday. We have to work on your birthday.
Yeah, we gotta work on my birthday.
Are you gonna come into work?
Yeah.
Are you really gonna come in? Seriously?
Well, I'm coming in at 11:50, so it's only 10 minutes of my birthday.
That's fair. You know what? Give up 10 minutes of your birthday.
But yeah, other than that, I made some ratatouille this week. That was pretty good.
Okay. So we talked about ratatouille the other day while we were at work. You made normal ratatouille,
Yeah.
not the fancy shit or whatever.
Not the thing that we see in Ratatouille the movie,
Yeah, which I didn't know.
which is apparently technically not Ratatouille.
Yeah, it's a whole thing. I'm not into French cooking. You know more than I.
It has to do with like the style and I think some of the ingredients because I think that one has squash in it as well.
I have no idea.
Could be wrong.
I didn't have ratatouille until super recently.
And you had the not Ratatouille Ratatouille.
The stuff that you didn't make.
Yeah.
And you know what? I think you should have made it the way that we normally see it because you injured yourself multiple ways making ratatouille.
I only injured myself one day.
And 2.
No, the others are from not Ratatouille. You're thinking about when I told you I almost stabbed myself.
No. I'm counting the mouth thing and the hand thing as double
That was
injury.
after I finished making Ratatouille. That was eating Ratatouille.
But it was the result of the making of the ratatouille.
I guess, but that would have happened with the other type.
I'm also surprised you didn't hurt yourself with the knife.
Yeah, so I guess at this point it should be said I hurt myself a lot. I need to stress, not on purpose.
No, I assume you often do not hurt yourself on purpose.
It's not even that I'm clumsy. Just I happen to have accidents a lot, and I'm usually doing something where my fuck ups can hurt me. So for instance, I had blanched some tomatoes, and I had to peel them beforehand.
Yeah.
Like I had to take off the two ends.
Yeah.
So they would peel after I blanched them. And I was doing that, and the knife just slipped and went all the way through the tomato, and the tip like pressed into the fleshy bit of my thumb.
Oh.
Didn't stab it through, but it was a pretty close call.
See, that's what I'm talking about. Cooking. You should stop cooking. It's dangerous for you. You hurt yourself
fine.
too much cooking.
Bob's referring to, especially, I burnt my hand.
Yeah, that one's pretty bad.
I had the oven on, and when I was putting the ratatouille in the oven, it's an electric oven, and I'm not used to that because I grew up using gas. And there's an exposed heating coil that hangs down probably a couple inches, 4 or 5.
I don't know if that's regulation.
top.
It probably shouldn't be.
It's just really old. And I guess the rack was up too high because I eventually had to move the rack down to get the LaCroix stuff in. But yeah, I touched it with the top of my hand, and there's a burn about, 2 inches long by half an inch wide. And the skin kind of just stuck to the metal and...
Oh, God. Every time you describe it, it gets worse. It's never a good one. I hate... the idea of skin sticking to anything is horrific.
At the very least, I didn't smell it, which was good. But
I didn't even think about the fact you'd be able to smell that.
I didn't.
God.
It was hot enough that it kind of I guess instantly burnt the flesh off. But
That's really awesome.
And it didn't blister because it ripped the skin off. It tried, but there was no skin there to fill
I'm
with.
honestly so surprised that
stuff.
Band-Aid is still on there.
Yeah.
When did you realize to replace that? Last night?
Last night before work, because we're doing this at 12, so I woke up at 10, and then I fell back asleep.
I got up at 11.
And so I woke up at 11:30, and my roommate was in the shower because he goes to work around now. So I just kind of put on a hat and some clean clothes and brushed my teeth, and then I came here. So
I mean, I literally rolled out of bed, let my dog out, went and got coffee, came home, and you were here. So okay.
All right. We're not even gonna pretend. We already chose a movie, but before that, I'd like to say we have one Spider movie left, 2 Halloween movies, or spots, you know what I mean, and then 3 zombie spots. Now today, do you want to tell them what you chose, Bob?
Yeah. So I had a moment of crisis and didn't know what to choose. So I winged it. And I was like, you know what? We haven't done zombies yet. It's a category I'm excited for. It's a category Ben's excited for. I'm going to choose zombies, and I chose the middle one, hoping I didn't get 3 movies. I got 2,
You got 2.
which is more reasonable.
Yeah, we're doing Rec 1 and 2. For anyone's wondering, that is left bracket, R capital, E capital, C capital, right bracket. So it's like those old video cameras.
Yep. Like the record symbol in the
Yeah.
corner of like your handheld or something.
But the description for this one is a television reporter and cameraman follow emergency workers into an apartment building and quickly discover something terrifying. Now, Bob didn't think that sounded too bad, and then I immediately told him, after he accepted that we were doing this movie, that this was probably what I think is the scariest movie on the board.
See, now I'm worried because you said a cameraman and a reporter. I'm expecting this to be like from the perspective of the cameraman, and that's going to freak me the fuck out, Benjamin.
What would you call that style of...
Found cameraman. I don't know.
I think that would be found footage, Bob, but yeah.
I didn't want to say it, but you made me.
So are you ready to talk about this, Bob?
I guess I'm ready, Ben. I'm kind of scared, but
All right. So the first one
yeah.
is a... Oh, before we say this is our first double movie feature.
Oh yeah, I guess we should explain that, huh? We haven't really talked about it.
So, I mean, we've done 2 movies before because with Ashley we did our actual movie and then the special.
Yeah.
And then the week before, because I already spoiled what our Thanksgiving movie was last week.
Yeah, which we watched. So.
But that's at the end of the Arachnophobia video, so I don't even know who's going to get there. But we're watching Blood Rage for Thanksgiving. But we did a double then, too. But
yeah,
this is our first actual, like...
That'll be out by the time this comes out, too.
Yeah.
So go...
The day before.
Go watch that.
Yesterday.
It was a funny, for sure.
I hope it came out funny as a video.
I haven't edited it yet.
I'm delirious. Bob's slightly inebriated.
Oh, well, I was really drunk on the Ashley episode.
Yeah, so it's gonna be 3 days of Bob is just drunk as a skunk, then Bob's slightly buzzed, and I'm delirious, and then in this one you're delirious.
I'm not that delirious. I'm still
Yeah,
sober
we
enough.
have 6 hours of this.
Yeah, well, it's fine. I'll get a nap at some point.
All right, so this is a double movie block.
Yep.
So I think we've kind of discussed this before, that on the board I have put some movies where there's, instead of one movie, it's a couple movies from a series.
Yep.
I've tried to cut down on how many movies we see in a specific square. So that way if I ever choose, like, let's say Friday the 13th.
We don't have to watch 12 fucking movies.
Yeah. I'd probably break it down into 3s or 2s. And I tried to choose what I thought was thematically relevant when I'm breaking stuff down.
Makes sense.
So, for instance, with Rec, there's 4 Rec movies.
Mm-hmm.
We're watching the first 2 because those go to, like, well together.
Okay.
And how we're doing that as a concept, I believe, is we're going to record this first episode.
Yep.
And this is episode 4 of the podcast.
Yeah, we're at 4. We're at 4.
Yeah, so we're going to record this first episode. That's going to be episode 4.1. And then we're going to finish it and then move on to Rec 2.
Yep.
And that's going to be episode 4.2.
Mm-hmm.
And I assume those will either both come out Friday or maybe we'll do Friday, Saturday.
Yeah, I haven't decided yet. I might do Wednesday, Friday.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just because that makes editing it easier for me.
That's fair. What are we going to do when we get like 3? Are you going to do...
Monday, Wednesday, Friday.
Okay. That works.
Yep.
All right. Yeah, we're going to do whatever we decide to do, but...
We'll let you know as we figure it out.
Yeah.
It hasn't happened yet, so we haven't had to talk about it.
Although, if we're doing Wednesday, Friday, that means you're releasing double on Wednesday.
Yeah.
Sweet. All right. Well, I'm going to start giving Bob facts about Rec since we've, I think, done service to that.
I'm kind of
I think this is a very cool film.
It probably is very cool, but it's also probably pretty scary.
Yeah, this is going to be fun. All right. So, it's a 2007 film.
Mm-hmm.
It is an hour and 18 minutes long.
Oh, that's pretty short actually.
You ready for this? 7.4 out of 10 on IMDb.
It's rated so high.
Yeah.
That's not good
It's
for
a
me.
good film. Like,
That's oh god no.
besides the horror, because that's not what we get ratings on IMDb for. It's an objectively good film, I think.
It may be good, but that means it's also probably pretty fucking scary.
It is perchance very scary.
Fuck me. We have to work tonight, you son of a bitch.
Oh yeah, we gotta go out middle of the night, tromp around in the cold. We work outside.
Most of the time.
27 degrees last night.
I didn't even think last night was so bad.
Well, yeah, normally it's like 0
Yeah, well,
at this time of year, but you know, it's rated R, by the way.
awesome. That's actually like a relief, to be honest. The last
Because
two
the PG-13 movies have really destroyed you.
PG-13 movies really fucked me up, man.
And you take every chance to bitch about them.
because
like,
it's awful.
you only bitched at the beginning. You're like, it's just PG-13, man. And then I was listening to the screams for Arachnophobia, and you fit one in there. You were like, I screamed really loud, even though it's only PG-13.
Because I fucking hate it. It's not. If it makes me scream like that, it shouldn't be PG-13.
That's not how that works. We need at some point to look up the exact ruling for PG-13 so I can read it out to you.
Sure.
All right. So, the famous people in this, which I don't expect you to know any,
Oh, okay. I got
because
excited.
this film is Spanish.
Oh, it's in Spanish.
Yeah, it's Spanish as in it's from Spain. It's also in Spanish, but
Yeah. That's cool.
Manuela Velasco, she's playing Angela. Pablo Rosso is playing Pablo.
Oh, same name. Nice.
And Javier Botet is playing Nina Medeiros. Now, that's probably the most famous person for, like, us as Americans,
Okay.
because he's a famous, like, creature actor.
Oh, so he. Okay, cool. That's really okay.
He's also played Mama and Mama.
Oh,
If anyone's seen Mama.
I have not seen that, but I've heard that movie's fucking freaky.
I really like it.
No,
It's kinda sweet.
I don't like that. No, cause it. Oh,
It's kind of
no.
sweet.
Mm-mm.
It's a nice
It's a
family story.
Ghost. No, it's a ghost movie, isn't it?
Oh, yeah. Bob is not going to like that one when we do it.
We're not watching that. Don't you dare.
Oh, we will watch it at some point.
I hate you so fucking much.
So yeah, Javier Botet is interesting. So people have probably seen him. He's in a bunch of stuff. Just because I don't want to say he looks strange, but he looks particular in a way that's very handy for playing
Creatures and
Creatures
other stuff.
and
That's
stuff.
that's really cool, actually.
and I'll talk about that a little bit more when we get to it in my notes. But it's directed by, I think this is Jamie Balaguero and Paco Plaza.
Okay.
Forgive me if I pronounce any names wrong. Cause
Yeah, I mean we don't speak Spanish.
I'm really bad at Spanish. I took it for I think 8 years, and I know how to count and only some of my colors.
I never took a lick of Spanish. I've taken German, and I can barely speak that.
So you just take German?
Yeah.
In high school?
Yeah, I took German in high school too.
Jesus. I took Spanish in elementary and middle school.
What the fuck?
Japanese in high school.
See, the fact, how much Japanese do you know?
I'm very out of practice, but I was conversational for a while.
Because you went to Japan.
Yeah, I did a homestay there for like a month.
So I assume this movie we're gonna watch it with subtitles.
Yeah, we're going to watch it with subtitles because it's in Spanish.
I assume the ADR is probably really bad. I'm really excited because
I don't know if there's an ADR.
there probably is.
Mm,
A lot of movies have ADR.
I don't know.
Oh, okay. Well,
What movies are you talking about?
the really popular ones that
Yeah.
are in Korean and stuff.
Do they really?
Yeah, I'm almost positive there's one for like Parasite and Train to Busan.
Huh. I never watched those. I always do subtitles.
I mean, I've never seen those, so I wouldn't know.
Anyways, both of these directors also wrote the screenplay for this movie.
Okay,
So
so they wrote it and directed.
Writer-director, yeah.
That's pretty rad.
The estimated budget is 1.5 million euros,
How many did you convert that to dollars for me for my dumb American brain?
which is approximately $2 million
Thank you.
in 2007. I don't know what the conversion is nowadays. But the box office was 32.5 million.
God damn.
So,
They made 16 times their budget.
yes, I like that.
That's insane.
Pretty great for,
Now I know where they made how many? 4 of these movies? That makes sense.
yeah. I think this was their first directing film. I forgot to write that down. But it's very good turnout.
I mean, yeah, it's really, really cool.
All right, the tagline for this film is
Oh, God damn it.
one witness, one camera.
See, now, no.
Yeah, it's
no.
found footage, by the way. I think we've established that enough to know.
We're never doing that as a category. At least I'm never going to choose that as a category for myself.
If it makes you feel better, when we do found footage, we'll probably break it up.
Okay, that makes
It's
sense.
a different, because I think found footage is a pretty specific category, but there's ways you can break it up into smaller, like, subgenres.
Okay.
Eventually, when we choose found footage, I'll discuss my thoughts on that, but we'll leave it for now.
God.
Anyways, Pablo Rosso. So he plays Pablo in this movie.
Yeah, that name seems really familiar to me, by the way. I don't know why.
I don't know. He's the director of photography in this movie.
No, I don't know. Maybe.
Javier Botet, who we talked about, the famous creature actor.
Mhm.
The reason he plays creatures is because he's known for being super tall and rail thin. I'm talking like
No,
rail thin.
bro. Oh god. So have you seen the pictures of Christian Bale when he did The Machinist?
Oh yeah.
Are you talking like that or worse?
So in that movie, he's lost a lot of weight.
Yeah, he's
So
super
this is
super
different.
thin.
This guy's just like super tall and just naturally very skinny. So he's 6'7",
Oh my god.
and he only weighs like 123 pounds.
No way that guy's okay.
Yeah.
What does he eat? One piece of toast per day?
Some people just are different, you know? There's nothing wrong with it. It's just some people look
Yeah,
different.
but that's just like to be that tall and that thin is wild to me.
It's completely wild. It is very particular, but I think it's just natural state. Like some people are naturally heavier and some people are naturally skinnier. He just happened to be very tall and naturally very skinny.
Oh.
So he plays a lot of roles where you need someone who looks like emaciated, because when you do makeup and stuff, he does very good at that.
Oh yeah, because I guess they don't really have to make him look as.
It really has to do with like when you're doing prosthetic makeup, it's easy to make things look like they're missing by putting things on.
Oh, I guess that makes sense. Yeah, that makes sense.
So the smaller you are, the more you can pile stuff onto a person and have it look natural, but also like look like they're skinny still.
Ugh.
If that makes sense.
I know what you mean. I'm not excited for this shit, by the way.
All right, so the film is of Spanish origin. It was filmed in Barcelona, Spain.
Okay.
And like many popular foreign films, has an American remake series.
Oh, there's
Yeah.
okay. So we're watching the Spanish version, not the American version.
Yeah. The American version's Quarantine.
I've heard of that, but I didn't
Yeah.
watch it.
I don't think it's as good.
It's probably not as good. Most of the time when Americans remake stuff, it's not nearly as good as the original.
Yep, that is very much true.
And that kind of sucks. but
Sometimes the
it's true.
American remakes do things well, but usually I like to think there's like theme stuff lost in translation.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Generally, because they basically have to switch the film to have more American cinema values.
Yeah, which I think is very interesting when you compare it to something like Korean film.
Yeah, and you lose some of the cultural nuance, or
Yeah.
just even the story's nuance when you change stuff like that. Or sometimes, like the Quarantine films are very much like a direct remake. Like it's very, very similar.
Oh, okay. Well, that's cool. At least they kind of kept the source material.
But they do some things that make it just feel like it's a subpar copy.
That sucks.
Just because they go to a lot of lengths when making this version wrecked. So Quarantine feels a little lacking. All right. Thought I should mention it. Quarantine has. Did you ever watch that show about the serial killer?
Dahmer. That new
No.
Netflix show. What show about a serial
The
killer?
really famous one, the serial killer who kills serial killers.
Oh, fuck.
Dexter.
I did not watch Dexter, but I've
The sister in Dexter.
No, I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh no, she plays the main character in Quarantine.
Nope, no idea what
But-
you're talking about.
Yeah. All right. So the film has received 16 awards and 12 nominations
Wow, that's
in total.
that's pretty cool.
I thought that was interesting because that's a lot.
That is a lot, especially for a non-English film, I feel like.
All right. Manuela Velasco, who plays Angela, it's kind of like the main character, is a real TV presenter in Spain. She plays one in this movie.
That's really cool. So she just
Yeah, so they chose a lot of like non-actors for this film to make it feel more realistic because it's a
Oh.
found footage film.
That's horrific. That's so fucking scary.
So they chose her because she's a real life TV presenter and she's playing a TV presenter in this. And they thought not only would that feel more realistic because she knows what she's doing, but people would recognize her as a TV presenter.
That
It'd
makes
be like,
sense.
oh, this looks even more real.
That's so fucking cool.
The film is filmed in real locations, not sets. So
That's pretty rad.
This is all set in an apartment building in Barcelona, Spain, like I said. That's where they filmed. So it's an actual apartment building.
That's really cool.
Or at least it's an actual building. And that presents a lot of filming challenges because these aren't like half sets. It's the whole building. You can't just knock down walls and stuff.
Yeah.
You have to film around it.
I think that it presents a challenge, but it's also could be, if done well, can be really cool. And I assume this movie does it well.
Yeah. And then I think the last thing to mention is that the film is filmed chronologically. So
Oh.
in order of how things happened. Apparently, the actors received scripts the day of filming their scenes to make their acting like bit better, as like to not seem super practiced.
That's really, really cool. So, like, And that's really cool because it allows. I'm gonna go ahead and just put this out there. I know the category is zombies, but I assume that there's just one real scary zombie in this film, and not a bunch of zombies. Because Monster Man. I think that's really interesting because like if they haven't seen the monster in the makeup, their initial reaction will be pretty genuine because it's like, oh shit, that's fucking scary.
Yeah, and I mean they also didn't get to practice their lines. That
Yeah, so
kinda
everything
comes
feels
across.
sort of genuine. That's really, really interesting and really cool.
The thing I didn't mention, because apparently I didn't take a note of it, so I'm glad I remember it.
Well, that's good.
Pablo Rosso is in charge of photography, right?
Yeah.
So he's the guy with the camera. He's doing all the filming. He's playing the cameraman in this movie
Yeah.
because he's actually the cameraman in this movie. So they strapped him with a camera,
Oh my god.
and they had, I think it was like it's one of those harnesses that helps stabilize everything.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
But he's running around as an actor filming everything during the movie.
Jesus Christ.
So it's actually on like a big camera,
Mm-hmm.
but like a newscaster camera.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I think that's really interesting because a lot of found footage films kind of cheat because they either use really nice cameras or they'll use crappy cameras. But either way, they usually have someone who's not like supposed to be filming.
Yeah.
Usually like just a camera dude. And this one's really interesting because the cameraman is playing the person who should be filming.
I'm really, really interested to see what they do because I assume this building has a lot of really long corridors.
And stairs.
You. Why did you fucking bring up stairs, you son of a bitch?
Are you afraid of stairs?
I'm not afraid of stairs. The idea of looking. So you know how in some stairwells you can look up and down and see between the bars.
Oh yeah.
And if you looked up and if I looked up and saw
Like the
something
spiral ones?
like in small on the stairs, the small floor. If I looked up and there was something looking down at me, Benjamin, I would shit a brick.
Okay. Well,
Benjamin, I have. I'm not saying I'm afraid of stairwells. I'm saying stairwells. Dangerous things happen in stairwells.
it's the idea that someone can be watching with you and you don't really know.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, I just want to say he's very impressive as a cameraman because he is, as an actor, strapped with this gigantic camera, running around set filming.
Running from a monster, like
Just
goddamn.
throughout this building. That's a lot of work. He's
That is a
filming
lot
by
of work.
himself. All the footage is from him. But also, like, he has to be choreographed as an actor to be told you have to run around here. So he has, like, the head of photography has to, as an actor, he's told to, like, run around and do this and
Yeah,
that.
yeah. He has certain things he has to do, like his blocking and stuff. It's really, really interesting.
But then he also has to be in charge of, like, all right, I'm going to be running down this corridor out these stairs, but I still have to film this scene.
Like he has to get the shots that the director wants and also block his choreography correctly.
So it's a lot harder as just a cameraman to do that,
I'm so interested in the cinematography of this film now.
but also the athleticism to do that.
It's true. Those cameras are fucking heavy,
They're
dude.
huge, and he's using one specifically made to wear on your body like this. But even then, it's a very big camera because this is a found footage film where they're playing cameramen, so it's an actual camera.
Yeah,
Just-
that has to function and still like record and have
Just
good,
look nice.
Like, yeah, wild.
So I just wanted to mention that because I think it's very impressive.
It's definitely impressive and very, very cool, and I'm really excited to be scared.
All right, well, that's all the notes I have on the first movie. So I guess we're gonna cut to the movie now.
Yeah, I guess we're gonna. Fuck me.
Do you have any final thoughts? Because you're breathing heavy now.
Because I'm freaking out, Ben, because I picked zombies as a safe one. I thought to myself, there's no way Ben can scare me that bad.
Yeah, you did. You were telling me that.
But now I'm scared of stairs. And I don't know what to do about that.
Are stairs gonna get added to your list of fears?
No. Well, I already do the thing. I don't know if you do this. I'm a very paranoid piece of shit. And when I'm walking upstairs that have slits and you can see the other side, I'm so afraid something's going to grab my ankles.
I don't do that.
Every time I go up a set of stairs, I go up them quickly because I'm afraid some little ghost gremlin man is going to grab my ankles. I don't know if I'm a schizophrenic.
I think you're
Or-
just scared of cat.
I'm just a scared little man. But,
All right. Well, maybe you won't think it's that bad.
Hopefully I
Maybe
don't
that
think
could
it's
just
that
be
bad.
me. All right. So I guess we're gonna go. We'll see you in a bit.
We'll see you in a bit. Bye.
Bye. We're back.
Oh, fucking, I hate you. I hate you so fucking much.
So I think before we get into our thoughts and feelings, do you want me to describe the film for anyone
yeah,
who didn't watch it?
you can talk for a minute. I need to calm down.
So Wreck, the film we just watched, is basically about a reporter. I think her name's Angela,
Mhm.
and Pablo, the best cameraman ever.
He might be the best cameraman ever.
They're watching these firefighters because they're doing a special where they're like, what do people do at night while we're sleeping?
Yeah, like what do firefighters do at night? Like what do the night shift firefighters get up to?
Yeah, I assume it's a running thing where she interviews different night shift workers, like
Probably
nurses and stuff like that. And they go on a call, apparently about a disturbance.
Yeah,
with
like
the
they're
firefighters.
screaming and stuff in an apartment building, so they go to investigate.
Yeah, and they go, and long story short, while they're in the building, it gets quarantined because apparently a vet somewhere has had a rabid animal of some type with an unknown disease, and the chip in its ear takes them back to the building. So the whole building's quarantined, and they're stuck inside.
Yep.
And it turns out everyone's going essentially rabid, like zombies.
Yeah.
Kind of. But it's more like rabies. Like a super fast acting rabies.
Yeah, or even in fact maybe a demonic possession.
Yeah, we'll talk about that in a bit. But
yeah,
and then things just start to go wrong because everyone's trapped in there, and more people are.
It is. I was worried going into this because it's a found footage film because Pablo has the camera on his chest the whole time.
It's not like a lot of found footage films, but it is technically found footage, kind of stylistically.
Stylistically, it very much is. And I don't like that. That scares me because of the perspective you have to play with. I was worried that it would be sort of because I feel like I haven't seen a ton of found footage films, of course, but I felt like the angles were going to get predictable because it's one spot. Like you're just seeing whatever Pablo is looking at from his chest. This movie did such a good job at hiding everything from you until you exactly needed to see it.
With cinematography and everything.
Yeah, it was really like I might say this is the best movie we've watched so far.
Yeah, really?
Yeah, like honestly, this movie is really really good.
I'm glad you liked it.
I liked it.
All things
it was a
considered.
good movie. Holy shit, I'm never watching that ever
With
again.
that being said, what do you think, Bob? How scary was it?
So it's really slow at the beginning. You
Yeah.
see one infected person at the start, which is the old lady. I don't know how to say her last name, Mrs. IZ something.
Guerrez or something?
Yeah, I don't know how to pronounce it. 'Cause I don't speak
I
Spanish.
don't remember her name, so that's also that.
First thing she does is eat one of the cops.
Yeah, she
Old
bites
man
his
cop
neck.
instantly dies.
Oh, he's bleeding out for a while. I don't
Oh,
think
he's
he
bleeding out for a
dies.
while, but like, even the dude in the inspector comes in and says like, we don't know how long.
soon.
Yeah, he's gonna die soon. We don't know how long it takes for the infection to spread or whatever. So she's the first one we see, and they don't even kill her at first. They just run away.
Yeah.
They don't come back upstairs for a while, and then they shoot her, and then
she's running at him.
Yeah, when she comes at the cop, the
And
other
she
cop.
just killed someone.
Yeah, some
I
other.
think she's killed someone.
Yeah, some other person is in the hallway with like an infection, like a bite on their arm and stuff.
Yeah.
But the next infected person we see is,
Alex, who falls from the stairwell.
I guess he gets up, doesn't he?
Well, no, but he does eventually. But yeah, you don't see it at first until they're treating him on the table. But he
Yeah.
has a bite mark on his face.
Yeah, okay, that's what I was thinking. So, like, yeah, that's like a long time. Like, this movie takes forever to actually get rolling and be scary. But once it does that, it's built up enough, like, I guess, backlog of safety that it's actually fucking freaky.
It's kind of like I don't know, like a landslide or something, where it starts slow and then it builds up, and
It's like the world's biggest
it's
snowball.
a cascade. Yeah,
down a hill.
like a snowball. That's a good analogy.
And it's the end of this, Ben can attest, I was fucking in my seat shaking.
He was, first of all, he started getting so anxious. Bob wears a beanie all the time, and he was pulling the beanie down over his eyes.
I wasn't.
And I kept yelling at him.
No, I didn't cover my eyes
He didn't.
at all.
I'm proud of him. He didn't actually
I
cover
got
his eyes.
so
He
close.
got so close. He like pulled it most of the way down. He could still see, and I was like, Bob, stop. And I pulled the beanie back, and he got mad.
Because it was a safety thing. I needed it for my safety.
But yeah, it's kind of a cascading effect, and I think that's a common thing in, I'm gonna call them infection movies, not necessarily zombies or even infections per se, but things where it starts out with one kind of point of contact. There's usually this sense of growing dread because things start
It definitely has a sense of growing dread.
small,
to it.
and
Things
then
start
they
really small.
cascade, and by the end, there's usually a switch where there's so much infected that
Yeah.
everything goes wrong, and that's what this movie does.
I also think this movie does a super good job thing of seems a little tired of like setting up stuff and paying it off. Like,
Yeah.
there's no throwaway dialogue in this movie. All of it is important.
No, for how off the cuff everything feels.
It feels all very real.
Yeah, which again, I think it has to do with giving the people their scripts the day of, so they can't really practice it. But
Yeah.
it feels very real. They have outtakes.
Yeah,
kind
which
of stuff.
I think is really interesting to watch. And like, I think it's kind of cool when people like when Jennifer turned on the camera.
Yeah.
And they didn't know the camera was on, so they were just talking.
Yeah, Pablo would put it on the ground when it was off.
Yeah, because the health inspector asked him to turn it off.
Yeah, because the health inspector, basically the government, the whole thing's under quarantine for,
Yeah.
what is it, BNC?
Yeah,
Which is-
biological, nuclear, chemical.
Yeah, which is their protocols for quarantine. And the whole thing's under quarantine. And the government, I don't think, knows there's a TV crew in there.
No, I'm
They
assuming
assume
they're unaware.
there's a police and a firefighter and the residents of the apartment,
Yep.
but they didn't know about this TV crew. So when they send a health inspector in there in complete hazmat suit, and
Yeah.
he doesn't know there's a camera crew in there. He's very shocked. But yeah, like Bob said, Jennifer, this little girl, she
Yep.
turns on the camera because she's a little kid and she's playing with the camera. She's touching the
Lens and
lens
shit.
and everything. She smudges it, which I think is a good little bit.
Yeah, and then Pablo picks it
'Cause
up.
when Pablo picks up the camera, he's like, "Oh, someone's been fucking with the camera.
Yep.
It's all smudged," and then he immediately turns it off.
I will commend this movie by saying it is very slow, but it's very good. Like
Yes.
this movie's very well thought out. It's short for what we've been watching.
I think it's only like
It's-
74 minutes.
It's an hour 18.
Yeah, hour 18.
Which is the shortest movie we watched, but it has the most content, I guess, if that makes sense. Like
It's
there's
very well written.
it's very well put together and very
Yeah.
all of it kind of once again cascades. Like it slowly sets everything up. Like at the beginning, we don't know where the infection is coming from, but then
They reveal the thing with the dog.
Angela talks to Jennifer about her
During her
dog in an
interview.
interview.
Yeah.
And she's like, "Oh, my dog Max." And then the health inspector comes in and says, "Oh, we had a rabid animal. We followed it back here."
Yep.
And then it's like, then it sets up. First of all, Jennifer being a fucking zombie freaked me out, bro.
But it's well done because you see the kid, and the first
Yeah.
thing you say when you see the kid is, "Oh my god, if this kid's a zombie, I'm gonna
that is
freak out."
exactly what I said.
And the second you said that, the mom starts talking about, because the mom was talking about she's sick, and that
Yeah.
your brain went, "Oh, she's gonna be a zombie."
Yep.
And almost immediately, the mom's like, "Nah, she just has tonsillitis."
Yep. And that was safety. I was like,
And
"Oh,
you're
just
like, "Oh,
tonsillitis."
it's fine." And I think you kind of put it out of your mind
I
until
did. I didn't think
they
about it.
realize it's the dog, and then everyone turns towards the mom, and the
And
mom's
looks.
like, "She's just tonsillitis, I swear." Which is the obvious reveal that the kid probably got bitten by the dog,
Probably. And also,
and the
she's-
mom's been lying the whole
she's
time.
looked sick the whole movie and had like marks around her mouth.
Yeah, she has cuts and stuff. It's very obvious that she was probably like bitten by the dog, and the mom
Yeah.
has known something's wrong. Well, I think the mom kind of was hoping it wasn't anything bad, which is
Yeah.
fair. But I think it's very interesting to note that from early on in the movie, once the quarantine happens, or when people start going rabid, the mom probably knew that her kid was infected.
Yeah.
For instance, when there's a Chinese family in the building,
Oh yeah.
which is interesting to see because you don't.
Yeah, and I think
Think
they
about-
actually speak Chinese to each other, but
Yeah,
Spanish
for a
to
little
everybody
bit.
else, which is really cool.
But there's this interesting scene where like the Chinese woman is talking about her father being upstairs.
Yep.
And he's paralytic and he has really bad arthritis and stuff. And she says he's sick because she's trying to speak in Spanish and she's having trouble.
Yeah.
And the mom immediately goes, it's his fault."
Oh yeah, she tries to pin the blame.
Yeah,
I didn't even think about that.
because she
Yeah,
knows.
that makes sense.
Because at that point it's probably also the mom of Jennifer was freaking out probably the most
Oh yeah, for
the
sure.
whole time, and it's probably because she knows.
That her child has to do with this.
Yeah.
So, you would think, okay, patient zero is the dog, it's fine. That's what's causing this problem. The end of this fucking movie really flips
Yeah.
it on its head. But also, we haven't brought him up. Manu, the best firefighter known to man.
Yeah, we got to talk about Manu for a second. So there's two firefighters that go in the building.
Yep. Two
There-
firefighters, two cops.
Yeah, two firefighters because we know their names. We don't know the cops' names.
Yeah, actually, yeah, we
There's-
never learned the second cop's name.
There's
the
a
one
big
that's
fat
around.
one who's old,
Yeah.
and then his partner, who I assume's a rookie because he's really young. He looks in his 20s.
Yeah. The old man dies literally immediately.
Yeah. I gotta say, the other cop, he does a pretty good job.
He tries.
He
For sure.
tries. You can tell he's very inexperienced, and he's freaking out the whole time. Because, like, almost immediately, I assume his superior gets the shit mauled out of his neck.
Oh, yeah, and is bleeding to death most of the movie.
And then he has to deal with this annoying camera crew who
And this
keeps-
annoying mom.
and this annoying mom and just residents who are not listening to him.
Oh, the old woman and the old lady.
He goes up to this apartment. He has
Or
to
old
shoot
man.
this woman because she's
Oh,
coming at him.
yeah.
And she's already mauled two people
Yeah.
and potentially thrown Alex,
Down the stairs.
the other firefighter, off the stairs.
Yeah.
And then he eventually gets bitten by Jennifer,
Yeah.
which, if you notice, he then restrains her and holds her down so that everyone else can escape the room,
Yeah.
which,
It's
good on
super-
him.
Super cool.
But yeah, Manu, who is one of the two firefighters, is
Dude,
Alex
that
and Manu.
fucking scene with the sledgehammer, bro.
He's such
he's too good at his job.
a good firefighter.
He's trying so fucking hard to save everybody.
He's not only like helping all the people, but he's making sure the one cop isn't like freaking out.
Dude,
Like every time he has to pull his gun, because he has to pull his gun on the residents a couple times to get them to listen.
Yeah, because they don't want to listen. They just want to leave. But what are they going to do? Go outside and get shot by the cops?
Yeah, but every time when he gets his gun down and he's talking to him. Not to mention when things start going wrong, he's like the first one to like help people.
Yeah. And he's also like, and you even bring this up while we were watching it, he's so much better equipped because he has that thick ass like windbreaker fireman jacket on that can
Yeah,
actually take the
fireproof.
impact of the bites.
Yep.
So he can't actually get infected. He does get infected.
Yes.
Spoiler, Manu gets infected, which is very tragic.
It makes sense though, because it's unclear if he gets bitten or if he gets blood in his mouth.
Yeah, which he definitely has blood in his mouth at some point.
My guess is he gets bitten because he's holding off like 6 or 7 zombies by himself.
While Pablo and Angela run upstairs.
Yeah. Well, it's a look in this apartment for keys.
Yeah.
I think before we get to the end,
Oh,
we should
goddamn.
discuss cinematography.
It's really good.
Uh,
It's exquisite, in fact, I would say.
2 things worth mentioning is they're filming in this real building.
Yeah.
So Pablo Rosso, the chief of photography, is going up and down these things with his camera.
Oh my god. Dude, that guy must be fucking jacked.
Yeah.
Like, the amount of running he does up and down these stairs with this fucking camera is insane.
And he's keeping everything in shot. Like, that's
Yeah.
the thing. He's doing a good job as a, head of photography, filming everything, getting everything in scene. Bob, you mentioned, like, he'll look away from things just to get things
Yep.
out of focus.
Dude.
Like, there's one scene where he looks down for half a second with the camera.
Oh my god.
And then he looks back, and this woman who had been bitten and is, like, dead
is just gone.
and chained up to, I was going to say chained up to the
Oh,
stairwell.
the one when she stands up, bro?
Yeah, the
that one
mom.
freaked me out. Yeah, bro, he looks down for half a second, looks back, and she's fully erect looking at him.
Yeah,
Like,
there's-
looking right into the camera.
There's tons of stuff like that.
And it's really good. And it's fucking freaky.
And it's very impressive. I keep coming back to it in my mind because it's very impressive to do that and also be what is essentially an actor.
Yeah, like delivering your lines, like interacting with the other people on set, like
But just like having choreographed movement
That too.
as an actor, but
Yeah.
also having to be the cameraman is very impressive.
it's super cool. It's super, super cool. And I had a like this movie is probably the most visually impressive.
Yeah, because normally I personally don't. I have some problems with found footage. Like, I think it's a cool genre
Yeah.
in some ways, but a lot of times people take advantage of the whole found footageness to do something cheap.
Yeah, and this movie didn't do that. It didn't use that as an excuse to do cheap things. It
used it as a narrative.
which I thought was super cool.
Yeah,
Which
it
added to the narrative for me.
it was a very deserving use of the genre, I guess is my point.
I completely agree.
Also, Pablo's such a badass cameraman.
Oh, for sure.
Like, he goes first,
All the time.
and he doesn't want to be there.
no.
He had to go because
Angela didn't want to go.
Angela made him go. But Angela's like, we got to go in this room. And he's like,
Oh, fucking-
okay, I don't want to, but okay. And then she's like, I'm scared. And he's like, all right, I guess I'll go first. She keeps pushing him to do things. I think it's very funny, but he does it.
Yeah, he's like, all right, I guess.
So
if
he's
you
like
don't wanna-"
first in rooms with. We know there's a zombie in there.
for sure, stuff is in there.
Or also like he was helping out, like Manu, and
Oh,
Manu
yeah.
was wrestling with a zombie.
Oh
and
yeah,
stuff.
like at one point they're in the stairs and the Chinese woman got bit and is infected and is like chasing them, and they straight up Manu and Pablo choke her out.
Mhm.
Because something that you mentioned during the movie that I think is really interesting about these zombies that I don't think we really see is these aren't normal like they're not like
So we'll talk about whatever's happening in a second, because I want to keep that towards the end, because it is kind of more
it's cool.
spoilery.
But basically, like the zombies aren't. Whenever you see a zombie, you think, oh, it's not gonna be hurt.
Yeah.
These zombies get hurt. Like I think they choke a zombie out.
Yeah, that's the thing. We keep calling them zombies because that's the category. Not sure if that's the most accurate way we can describe them.
Rabid people.
But yeah, they're kind of like they have a weird form of rabies.
Yeah, like you can still hurt them.
Yeah, they get hurt and they go down, not just in the sense of like, oh, I'm injured and I can't move. In the sense of like, Manu fucking bops one of these guys in the face.
Oh.
And his nose breaks.
And he grabs his face.
And he grabs his face and he has to like shake himself because he's in pain.
Yeah.
Before he starts attacking again. And that's how all the zombies are. They can feel pain.
Yeah.
and
Oh
stuff.
god, when the old lady eats that sledgehammer to the face.
I think that's also something to note is I'm not sure if they're undead.
I don't know what they are.
I think they're still alive. I think they're just rabid.
Yeah, same.
At least in this movie.
I think that's
I'm not sure how that'll change
angle
in
they're going for.
some of the other movies, but like none of the zombies that were moving around,
Yeah.
I could say without a shadow of the doubt were dead.
Yeah,
when
no,
got
they were
out.
definitely alive because
They
they,
were
were
alive.
feeling pain.
Like the
and, like, doing
woman
stuff.
got shot, but it was in the body.
Yeah, the old woman at the start got shot 3 times.
The heavy policeman and Alex were both heavily injured,
Oh, heavily.
but we know they were still alive when they started moving.
Sure.
Most of the people who got bit on the neck and stuff were still moving. They were bleeding a lot,
Yeah.
but I don't think anyone was really dead.
No, I don't think so. Now, the thing at the end.
Is there anything else early in the movie you want to talk about first?
Oh, well, I will mention, I don't know how much, all of the blood looked really good.
Yeah. For
Especially
the most part, the blood looked really good.
when the mom got bit on the face by Jennifer when she turned.
Oh,
That
yeah.
fucking freaked
They had
me
some
out,
good
bro.
practical effects in
Dude,
this. For
so
blood and
the
shit?
beginning when the old woman bites out the neck of the police officer, that fucking flesh tear,
Yeah, the flesh. It's a long string of
it's
flesh.
long and
I think
gross.
it might be like a vein or something.
It was really gross.
Well, I was gonna say the best one is Alex falls really
Oh,
randomly.
my
You don't
God.
expect it.
Yeah, dude, it scared the
You
fuck
kind
out
of
of me.
forget he's not downstairs.
Yeah, I completely forgotten he wasn't
and
there.
you just hear thunk, and then there's just blood on the ground.
Yep. His face looked so fucked up from the fall and
Before-
the bite.
Before we get to going upstairs,
Yeah.
I wanted to mention again with the camera.
Yeah.
So it's a heavy duty like newscasting camera.
Yeah.
Right? So
Uh-huh.
everything looks good.
Yeah.
It looks like an actual movie. The only thing that tells you it's kind of found footage per
It's
se
a little
is the camera
grainy,
shake.
too. Like it
We're
has
watching
like
in
that.
SD.
Well, that's what I'm saying, but I think that was on purpose.
Yeah, yeah.
Because you wouldn't get like your local nighttime newscast in 2007 in Spain in HD. You know
yeah,
what I mean?
I actually think the movie's kind of nicer to watch in SD.
I think it looks really good
Because it
the
looks
graininess
more
adds
like
to the
a
effect.
TV broadcast.
Yes, exactly.
You can watch it in HD, and I'm sure it looks really good, but this kind of gives it authenticity.
Ugh.
But what I was going to say is the camera looks great, which one of my problems with a lot of found footage movies is they'll be like, oh, we're filming on a shitty camera,
Yeah.
but it looks really good.
Mm-hmm.
And this one, they have a reasoning for why the camera looks good. I think that's great. The only way you can tell that it's on a camera like this is because it shakes sometimes from just
Mhm.
Pablo moving.
Yeah.
But what I was going to say is Bob made a comments throughout the movie. He's like, why does when the camera turns off, like, it gets all glitchy and stuff? And it's because throughout the movie, they keep dropping the camera, and the camera keeps getting damaged from, like, at one point, Pablo hits someone with it,
Oh yeah.
or the camera gets hit by a zombie. And so progressively throughout the movie, there's issues with the camera that become more and more.
Yeah, like how at the very end, the light got punched out.
Yeah, the light gets broken, so then they have to switch to, they have a night vision
and
mode.
only the person with the camera can see.
Yeah, in this room, because the power keeps going out in the building.
Yep.
Because they're trying to, with the quarantine, they're trying to keep people from like sending out information.
Yep.
So, for instance, they had a block on radio and cell phones and
Yep.
stuff.
Very early on in the film,
Very early, the
when-
second they knew there was a
when the
quarantine.
racist old man started yelling about how he couldn't call anyone anymore.
Yeah, there was this one pencil mustache guy, and he was really racist.
He was really racist towards that Chinese family.
Yeah.
They did not deserve
He was
that.
talking about smells and
He was being an asshole.
yeah. But what I was gonna say is the camera keeps getting worse. Like before, at the beginning of the movie, I don't know if you remember when the camera turns off, it just turns off and it
Yeah.
cuts perfectly.
Uh-huh.
And then once we get into it, there's like a little glitch every time it turns on and off.
Yeah, like the little static.
Yeah, which you can tell is some minor damage. The other big thing that I just want to mention is like once things start going wrong, they stop using the microphone.
Yeah.
Like the hand microphone.
Yeah, they drop it and they're on lav mic for
and
most
so they're
of
on
it.
lav mic, and so things start going wonky with audio. Like I don't think you were thinking about it because you don't really think about that in movies usually.
No, because most of the time they're not doing this sort of thing. And
Yeah.
it just is supposed to sound good.
And you were like, why is there no audio? And it's because Pablo had put down the camera at one point and the mic was covered.
Yeah. Or like
Or it-
Angela was getting her chest grabbed at and the lav mic had someone's hand on it or something.
Yeah, or like the camera kept getting hit, so the microphone got worse and worse throughout the movie.
Yeah.
That was really cool.
It was really, really cool.
Anything else about Downstairs before we talk about the ending?
This movie has an immense attention to detail that I really enjoy.
Yeah. Which I think is why I was saying Quarantine Sound is good. It's because there's not a lot to this film,
No.
but it's how well it's done that makes it
yes,
good.
it is absolutely how well it's done. It's the quality of what we're like
So-
seeing.
If you did a cheap kind of remake and you didn't care as much,
It wouldn't be as good.
wouldn't be as good.
You can tell that the people that made this movie wanted to make this movie and did a really
Yeah.
good job making this movie.
Also, that building is such a perfect pick.
Oh, it's so menacing.
It's a very old building, and it's this
Fucking
old stool,
spiral staircase.
not spiral per se, but like one of those wraparound staircases.
that where you can look up the middle.
yeah.
And exactly what I didn't want to happen happened.
There's like 6 zombies on the stairwell. Pablo sticks the camera over, and all the zombies like stick their head down
and
into
look
the
up
center
and
and
their
scream.
eyes. Yeah, it was fucking horrific.
All right, so you want to talk about the ending?
Oh God.
Do you want me to summarize what happens?
You don't have to summarize what happens. We can just talk about it.
Well, basically, they go up to the apartment.
Yeah. So
It's the penthouse, yeah?
yes, the penthouse.
And they're told that no one's been up there for months.
Yeah.
Some guy from Madrid or something owns it.
Yeah, and he rents it and he's never there.
He's never
Basically, they're like, it's empty. No one should be home.
Yeah.
So they open this fucking door, and
Because
I'm
they're
like,
running from all the zombies.
All of-
It's just Pablo and Angela at this
yeah,
point.
it's just those two. They're the only two left. Everyone else is either infected or locked up somewhere.
No, they're all infected. They're all out.
Well, we don't know. We don't know where everyone in the movie is. Like, we don't see every tenant in the building. I don't think we see most of them, but they're like, oh, the Colombian
Yes.
girl, like blah 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 blah.
But everyone's out and free.
Yeah, all the infected.
And
at
almost
least.
all of
I
them
think
are running up the
Jennifer's
stairs.
still chained to the stairs.
No, Jennifer wasn't chained.
Oh, did they unchain her?
The
Or
mom
not-
was
Mom was
chained.
chained. We don't see Jennifer
Ah.
actually after she bites the cop,
Yeah.
the second cop.
Yeah, who knows? He might have shot her and then shot himself.
Maybe he might. Yeah.
That's probably... No, because we see the cop running up the stairs.
Oh yeah, we do. So we don't know where Jennifer is. Anyway,
Anyways,
we get to the end of the movie and they climb into this fucking apartment, and I'm like, oh,
they lock the door, and
They
then
lock
the
the door.
zombies leave.
yep. They're like, oh, the zombies left. That's weird.
And Bob was relaxed, I think, at this point. 'Cause
I
he was like,
was
oh, they're
feeling
safe.
a lot better about myself. Yeah, I was really happy with how I felt.
And I think it was interesting that you didn't notice immediately what the apartment looked like.
Yeah. So first of all, the light. The electricity's off, so they don't have
Yep.
lights in this apartment. They open the door. It's dark.
Yeah, they closed the door. It's just dark besides the subtitles.
Yeah. So then, like, Angel's like screaming, telling Pablo to turn the light on. Pablo turns the light on.
He's keeping her calm. He's like, I
Pablo's
know,
trying
I'm
really
turn the
hard.
light on. It's not turning on right now. It's kind of fucked up.
It basically, he's like, the light bulb's unscrewed. I gotta screw it back
Yeah.
in. And it appears they are in the dirtiest, dingiest penthouse I've ever fucking seen.
I think it's interesting.
Covered in like pictures and like
Yeah.
newspaper clippings. It looks like the home to a serial killer,
You can
or
see
the
him-
Riddler. In fact,
You can see him immediately. I was surprised you didn't like notice. I think it's because you were relaxed. But there is so many pictures of this one girl on
a
the wall.
single girl.
Yep.
And then I noticed because they start snooping around in this place. They're like, lots of lab equipment.
Yeah, but it's old school lab equipment.
It's
it
old
looks
shit.
like it looks like an alchemy lab.
Yeah. Lots of. There's like what is the word I'm looking for?
Religious memorabilia,
Yeah, lots of like Mary
crucifixes, Marys, burning hearts.
Yeah.
There's a crucified Jesus without the cross on the wall,
Yeah.
which I think is really funny. But there's a lot of pictures of this one girl.
Yes.
Basically, the whole first room has wall to wall. It's just news articles about this woman.
Who apparently was possessed by a demon.
Yeah, so she's from, I think, Portugal.
Portugal. Yeah, that's what it was.
And I don't know how much you were keeping up with it. 'Cause
I was trying.
basically what all these news articles were saying, because they were reading them,
Yeah.
is she was possessed. She got brought to, like, the Vatican to get looked at.
Yep.
Eventually, she got put in a hospital, and then she went missing from the hospital, and the hospital doesn't have any records that, like, she was checked out.
Uh-huh.
I think if you notice, these were news articles from different newspapers, so I think the implication
Yeah.
here is that it wasn't necessarily reported that this was the same girl, and
Yeah,
they were
it-
only able to put it together because they tracked it through these news articles, which was, I think, what the person was doing himself.
Yeah. And then so the person who owns this apartment left behind a tape recorder, so they start
Yeah.
listening to his notes.
What is that? It's an old, like, the big reel,
Yeah.
like,
it's-
tape recorder.
I don't know.
Anyways.
Anyway, they start listening to his shit, like trying to figure out what's going on. While they're doing this, they hear something fucking crawling around in the ceiling.
No, they hear a banging in the ceiling.
They hear banging in the ceiling, which made me unsettled. But basically, this dude's notes, he's basically talking about how he wants to eradicate any like idea of her existence.
Yeah, sort of. So he's talking, they play the tape recorder.
Yeah,
He's talking about a vaccine. Angela's kind of confused, so she rewinds it
by quite a bit.
by quite a bit. And then it starts talking about how, like, the enzyme has potentially mutated.
Yep.
And so he thinks it might be infectious now because it's resembling things like the flu.
Yep. And
So apparently before it wasn't.
and then he says, "I've sealed her in the attic.
Well, no, she said, I put the seals up.
Put the seals up." So he's still convinced this is a demon.
Yes. And then he's just like, may God help us if she gets free.
Yep.
And that's the end of the tape recorder.
Yep.
Then they go into the next room. Bob loses his shit because the attic door swings open.
Yep. And Pablo sticks the fucking camera up there.
I assume his head, but do. Yeah, but
Yeah.
what did you see, Bob? He does a full 360.
He does,
and
which is the most fucking. I hate. Was that necessary? He does a full 360.
I think it makes it more freaky because he does a 360. You don't see anything.
And then you see something on the end of the 360.
Yep. Well, not even at the end. I think he turns around again and it's just there.
Yeah.
But what was it, Bob?
A face.
What type
There
of
was
face?
a half-eaten face upstairs in the attic.
Yeah, there's that guy in the ceiling with his
Yeah.
face eaten. Do you think that's the guy they're talking about?
I would assume that would be him. I assume
like that he accidentally got bitten when he was sealing her.
Yeah, and then just killed himself by
And then-
leaving himself in there
locked himself in the attic.
with her and got.
Well, not with her.
Oh, was she not in there?
She wasn't in there. She's in a different room. She
Oh, I
didn't come out
thought
of
she
the
was
attic.
coming out of the.
I
Oh,
don't
because when they
think
turn
so.
around, she's.
She's coming down the hallway.
Oh my god.
Yeah, so I think assuming that he's the guy on the recorder,
Yeah.
he got bitten,
Sealed himself there so he
sealed himself in the attic,
and sealed the room
and sealed all the rooms.
so that she couldn't get out.
Yeah. But yeah, so then they're freaking out, and then they see a dark, thin
Dude, that
thing.
fucking freaked me out because.
This is when Bob started shaking.
So hold on, let me preface this with: at this point, the camera light is broke.
Yeah.
Because he stuck it up in the attic and whatever it was punched it out and
Yeah.
shattered the bulb.
And they turn the night vision
So
on.
they're on night vision, which means
It takes a
Angela-
couple seconds, too.
It takes a couple seconds, and you're just in the dark, not knowing what the fuck you're seeing. Angela is freaking out because she's like, I can't fucking see. So only Pablo can see.
Yeah, you can see the transition when she goes from like, oh, this is great for my career to, oh, this is actually a situation that I'm in and I'm not just an observer.
Yes. So Pablo is trying to grab Angela so that he can be like, I'm right here. Like, look through the camera so we can see. And they fucking turn and look back down the hallway they just came from. And I'm like, what the fuck is that? Is that something standing at the end of
Yep.
the hallway? Or is that a coat rack? It fucking turns and it is the tallest, gangliest, grayest, grossest motherfucker
Yeah, it's this woman.
you've ever seen in your life.
She's very skinny. She's naked besides some underwear.
Yep.
It's Javier Botet.
Yep.
Which we haven't seen the whole movie. And I point that out to Bob and he was like, yeah, I was thinking about it. We didn't see a skinny motherfucker.
Yep, that's what I was waiting on. I was waiting on that big fuck.
Can you tell why he plays creatures?
Yeah. Really, really good.
Because
Super freaky.
they can put a lot of stuff on him, like
Yeah.
the fake breasts and stuff.
Yeah.
And it looks pretty real.
I mean, very similar to what they did in Terrifier for when Art
Yeah,
skinned that
but,
homeless
like,
lady.
He's so skinny that you can put a lot of prosthetics on him and
Mhm.
it looks natural and he still looks skinny.
Yeah.
Do you know who that was?
The girl,
Yeah.
assumedly.
Yeah.
She's big, bro.
Well, I want you to think about the fact that, like, we saw what she looked like before.
Yeah.
How long do you think she was in there?
Oh, I have no
Like,
fucking
she's
idea.
been, because there was medical equipment, there was beds. How long do you think she's been kept,
No idea.
like, just being experimented on? That she looks like that now, like,
Oh,
starved
God, she was so
and
fucking gross.
tall.
So what's really cool is she's blind, which is something I didn't realize.
I don't think she's blind. The lights are off.
Oh,
There's
I'm
no
stupid.
light, Bob.
I'm stupid. She's not blind.
There's
I'm dumb.
no light. She can't see. She has a hammer. She picked up a hammer.
She did pick up a hammer, which I thought was pretty funny. I made a really good hammer joke, which I'm gonna probably edit in because it was fucking good.
But she picks up a hammer,
Oh, she's freaking out trying to find him and kill him
and she can't. They kind of know she can't see because at the end of the day, they're just humans.
in the dark. And Pablo even says, if we be quiet and sit still, she can't see us. She can't find us.
So she kind of like is walking around. She walks into something at some point and starts hitting with the hammer because it clatters.
Yep.
Eventually, though, she gets Pablo,
Yeah, she gets Pablo, and then Angela gets got after.
which is really interesting because Pablo drops the camera.
Yep, and Angela's crawling towards the camera.
She can't see and she doesn't hear anything at that point. So she picks up the camera and she sees Pablo's getting his face eaten.
Yep. So
and then she runs away.
and then she gets grabbed, and that's
Well,
the
she
end.
drops the camera. The camera's looking at her. She's
Yeah.
crawling towards it, and then she gets pulled away.
Yeah.
So, I think the most interesting thing about this infection, I assume probably the last thing we'll talk about, is the idea of the religious part of it.
Yeah, I think that's really interesting. The fact that this could just be a demonic infection.
I think it leaves it up to what you want to think.
Yeah, for sure.
Because what it is very clearly this girl got sick or whatever,
Yeah, possessed,
She-
apparently.
factually, right?
Yeah, uh-huh.
Well, like the indisputable part of this, right,
Yeah.
is something was wrong with her. She got sick or possessed or whatever. Something was wrong. She was taken to have an exorcism happen. That didn't help. The Vatican said, oh, she's probably sick, so she got taken to a hospital.
Then she disappeared.
And then whoever this was abducted her. And this guy seems to be in the idea that this is a religious-related.
yeah,
possession
with the amount
infection.
of like crucifixes and Marys he has fucking floating around in pictures on in his rooms, like
It kind of feels like he was like, it's a possession, but it has physical
manifestations.
manifestations.
And also, I think it's interesting that he's like, I've sealed the doors. Like, I assume he also means like he's spiritually sealed the doors.
I got the feeling that because he doesn't say doors, he just says I've sealed her.
Yeah. He also mentions like he's like, this is gonna be a long ritual. Like, it's
Yeah.
definitely like a religious thing.
Especially because I mean he's talking about making a vaccine,
Yeah.
but all his equipment is very much closer to alchemy equipment than it is
Actual chemistry
standard
equipment.
high tech chemistry equipment.
Yeah.
So I think it's kind of cool. They leave that up to debate
It is. I think it's quite cool.
because it's definitely viral.
For
But whether
sure.
it's a possession or something else,
Mm-hmm.
I think it's even cooler though that it's very clear this guy abducted her to
For sure.
experiment on her or whatever. Whether that was to just cure her or for actual experimentation.
Yeah.
But it's interesting to note that when he first got her, the enzyme that makes the virus or whatever wasn't infectious.
No, it wasn't. It like mutated throughout her.
Yeah.
Weird.
And if that's him that got bitten, he's the first, like the second,
Yeah. And then the
infected.
dog got it.
because at that point, he didn't even know it was infectious before he died.
No, he
He was
did.
just like, it might be because it looks like the flu now.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then the dog got it. I assume it got some blood or something.
Yeah, just probably wandered up to that apartment and licked.
Something under the
Yeah.
door. But yeah,
One thing I want to talk about before we go.
Yeah.
Something I skipped last time because we had a guest. I didn't feel like
you
interrupting
want
all
to
the
talk
time.
about your notes?
So I didn't take notes. I should be taking notes.
Wait,
on
no,
these
he never
movies.
takes notes.
I-
We're gonna just accept that. I might make fun of him still, but I was more gonna ask what things did you add this time to your
So-
scare board?
This is my list of scary things that I don't like. We have currently on the list.
Don't read out the whole thing. Just tell me what you added.
Well, hold on. Well, things I added to it. I added one to the dark.
All right.
Because of the room with the night vision camera. Because that was the scariest part of the whole film for sure.
Yeah.
And they were in the dark. I added.
I mean, you were shaking, Bob. You literally balled up and started shaking.
I don't know what you're talking about. Let's see, and then so as a joke, I added stairs to the list of things I don't like
Yeah.
because of that.
You really don't like stairs. You were talking about before the movie,
because
during the movie.
the stairs are the most menacing thing because it's you know how in movies they'll have that really long shot of like a hallway that's
I
really
understand.
suspenseful?
I just think it's funny because you were like, I jokingly added stairs, but I'm like, I think you really don't like stairs.
I don't. Bad things happen in stairwells. I said it once, I'll say it again. Stairs are like the menacing hallway in every movie, but instead of going in front of you, they go up, which is way harder to see.
Or down.
Or down, which is
I think
worse
is
because
worse.
never go down the stairs. That's what I'm saying. Stairs are a menace, and should be outlawed. Elevators only.
Anything else you added?
I didn't add anything else. No, one for stairs, one for the dark, none for spiders. No razor blades.
Well,
Yeah, that's it, man. That's no clowns.
what would you rate the movie out of 10 for scariness? 10
Out-
being the scariest, 1
Out of
being
for
the...
scary,
Yeah.
8.5.
8.5?
8.5.
You
yeah.
thought the Spider movie was scarier last week?
What did I say for last week?
Well, at first you gave it a 1, but you thought that was a 10, and then you settled on a 9.
No, this movie's scarier. I need to adjust my scale.
It's probably a 10, right? Like,
No.
would 10 is fuck no, I'm never watching that again ever.
Okay, you could make me watch this again
Okay,
because
really?
it's a good movie.
Yeah.
That's the thing. It's really really
You
scary,
enjoyed it?
but it's a very very well done movie, and I enjoyed that part.
I think the end's the scariest I think I've ever seen you.
Oh yeah, the end freaks me out.
You think that was the
Y-
scariest
you know
movie
what
so
makes
far?
it yeah, for sure. You know what makes it scary? The fact that that's a demon.
Well, I think it's the tension before she attacks.
Yes,
Because
that
once she
too.
started attacking, you were okay.
Yeah, they do it's so fucking scary, dude.
Who would you recommend it for, Bob?
Ooh,
Yeah.
good question. I think Ashley would actually like this movie.
I meant not people, but yeah. Yeah, she might. It's too slow for her at the beginning. But
Well, the end is what I mean.
yeah.
The end might get her. Who would I recommend this movie for? People who want a new take on the zombie movie.
Yeah.
If you want a different feeling, like a zombie movie that isn't just like, classic zombie hack and slash fun adventure movie,
Yeah.
this movie's for you.
Like a little virus infection zombie
yeah,
movie.
this movie's actually fucking freaky and is a genuinely really good. I'm so glad you put this on here.
Yeah,
like
I think it's a
unironically,
good one.
it's a really really good movie and I really enjoyed it.
This one almost didn't go on here.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm surprised by that because this is great.
I was going to have a different movie that was also played with a unique version of zombies,
Yeah.
but I couldn't find that one
Oh,
on
really?
streaming or anything.
That
yeah.
sucks.
But yeah, or someone who's just into I think like foreign films. It's a
Yeah,
good Spanish film. You don't see a lot of Spanish horror.
That was something I was about to say is if you like foreign films, I've been really getting into foreign media lately. Like on Netflix at least. Like I've been watching a lot of the Korean shows in Korean. They're really good.
Shows in Korean.
Oh, I'm watching them in Korean and not English.
I
You
know.
have the option
It
to watch
makes
them in English,
sense
but I
to
won't do it.
distinguish. I thought
Yeah.
it was just a funny sentence.
It is. So watching something in Spanish, like it was cool. I liked
Yeah.
it. I've come to have a respect for foreign media now that I didn't have before.
Fair.
Mostly because I didn't watch it. But
Yeah.
I'm like, holy shit, this stuff is really good.
Anything
well,
else to add?
I guess we'll cut to
Yeah.
screams.
We'll cut to the screams. They should
There's
be very
some
good this time.
Fucking blood curdling
Bob
ones in here.
hurt my ears, even though we turned the volume down. So
Did I really? I'm
yeah,
sorry.
there was one.
Was it the one at the end?
I don't know what it was.
Or was it when
It might have been when Alex fell. That one was really loud.
Well, that fucking freaked me out.
I don't know. We'll find out.
Yeah, I guess I'll find out when I
Yeah.
edit this. but,
We'll see you at the ending in a
well-
couple seconds.
Yeah, we'll see you. Bye.
Bye.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back to this Scream portion of today's episode of Beware the Board. This week we watched Rec 1. It was by far, I think, the scariest film we've watched so far on the podcast. It was fucking terrifying. I think Ben and I are going to start doing a special thing where the first Scream of every single episode is my reaction to the cover on Amazon, because I never actually see the covers before I edit these or before we watch the film, because I don't know what movies they are. So, here, have a listen to my first reaction to seeing the cover of Rec shown to me right before we started watching the movie.
There it is.
Can I open my eyes?
Yeah, I'm hovering over it.
No. No, I don't want to watch this movie. No. Absolutely fucking not.
But you see, it's the little Rex symbol. Like
It
the
is the
record
little
symbol.
Rex symbol.
It's got the red dot.
This next scream comes to us from the first infected we see in the film, an older woman who we can hear screaming from the outside. The firefighters and policemen go to investigate with the camera crew, and it is gruesome. Okay, she's not like...
Kind of freaking out. She keeps rubbing her thighs.
Yeah, she's like tweaking. She's like... I almost thought she... Ah! Oh, Jesus. Oh, why did she fucking yell? God damn, stupid old bitch. Fuck you. I don't give a damn now. You scared me.
She's tweaking.
Oh! Oh, shit. Oh, she got him. She bit his neck. Oh, look. Oh, wait. Is that the... Yeah, that was the police officer. Pablo, what do I do? I don't know. What do you do, bro? Get this bitch off of him. Jesus.
She tore out his neck.
Oh, the flesh. The flesh that came away from his neck.
Yeah, did you see the tear there?
Yeah, dude. This next clip is our reaction to Alex, the firefighter, getting thrown in the middle of the staircase so that he falls directly to the ground and smashing into the plaza area of the building. Imagine being the child in this movie. This child's doing... Holy fuck! Are you... Oh my god, he's already dead?
Yeah, that was the other firefighter.
Someone chuck him from the top of the stairs? He's so dead. Don't even try and save him. No. Don't come down those stairs.
There's someone upstairs.
Yeah, it's that old bitch. This next clip is our reaction to us seeing some of the residents that we've come to know throughout the film to actually become infected. At this point, this is where everything really starts to kick off. The infected really start to outnumber the living in this situation. Oh! Yep, here it goes. It's kicking off. Cops got the inspector.
It's not biting him.
He's not bitten him, but he's grabbed the backpack. And is like trying to... Oh!
Oh, there's that one.
Oh! Alright, doctor's dead. Doctor's bit, at least.
What's going in there, Pablo?
Well, yeah, fucking run, dude. This next clip is mine and Ben's reaction to the realization that Yennefer probably is patient zero for the virus that has infected many of the residents of this place. As she turns around, goes feral, and bites her mom on the face. I really didn't expect this to turn out like this, but this is interesting. Yeah, just tonsillize my ass. Oh! Oh my fucking god! Are you... Holy shit!
You know what the worst part is?
That's insane!
You know what the worst part is?
What?
The mom knew this whole time.
This next clip is our reaction to the next time we see Yennefer, where she goes absolutely feral and attempts to kill the other cop, who drags her into another room and shuts the door behind him, saving everyone else from her wretched grasp.
It's for breaking down doors.
Yeah.
Look how the camera crew just followed him up there.
Ah! No. Oh, God. Fucking shoot her. What's wrong with you?
My ears hurt.
Jennifer, no. Don't Jennifer relax me, you motherfucker. Just shoot the kid.
He's going hands
Just kill her.
He's going hands first.
Oh, wait. Is he going to... Do they have a... Oh, they have to get a blood sample.
No, it's tranquilizer.
Oh, they're going to try and save her.
Well,
That's a mistake.
They're going to try and tranquilize her at least.
But to maybe save her and not have to kill... Oh, God. Don't... What are you fucking doing, dude?
Do you see her eyes?
Yes! Oh... No. She's gonna fucking destroy you, dude.
Oh, she's totally gonna bite him.
She's gonna destroy...
Look at that
No.
wound
Jesus Christ, I fucking told you, asshole. Why the fuck? What is wrong with you? Oh, did she bite him yet?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, there's blood on the
Did you
camera.
see the blood splatter? Ear in her mouth.
Oh,
The sound cut out.
oh, God. Oh, fuck me. This child is freaking me out, dude. She sounds like a fucking cat. This next clip follows the previous one directly, as right after they've left the room where the cop is holding Yennefer back, the old woman makes her return, but Manu has a sledgehammer this time. Oh, he's gonna try and...
No, he's just saying, go, she bit me.
Well, yeah, but...
He's gonna hold her and let them leave.
Let them escape. Oh! bloody old woman. Please, Manu.
Domino,
Nice.
Yeah.
Manu, you're a genius. Oh, and she's like, you broke my nose. Well, now you just got fucking cracked again, you dumb bitch. Oh, Jesus Christ.
This next clip is my reaction to the death of the old racist man from the beginning of the movie.
Oh! Oh my God! Rest in peace, old racist man.
This next clip is our reaction as the remaining people, which include Pablo, Manu, and Angela, try to make it back up the stairs past Yennefer's mom, who has become infected and is chained directly to the staircase.
Alive?
Yeah.
So, like, they feel pain and they react to it?
Yeah. Oh, that was fucking unnecessary freaky, because she just stood straight up. They could totally get up the stairs without getting hit by this bitch.
Yeah, but it's still freaky.
Yeah, it is, because I don't like the way this bitch is looking at me. Is Manu gonna make it? Ah, we're good. Thank God that bitch is chained to the stairs.
This next clip directly follows the previous one, as after they made it past and Yennefer's mom, the young Chinese woman chases them up the stairs and has to be choked out by Manu and Pablo.
She just grabbed his clothes, though.
This movie does a really, really good job of utilizing the fact that the camera's on the guy. Jesus H.
Yeah, see, Manu's in the best situation. He's got that thick fire.
He's got that thick, like, windbreaker jacket.
Pablo, help me.
Oh, Pablo, just hit the camera down. They're just gonna chuck her down the stairs. That's what I do. Oh, they're just choking her out.
This next clip is our reaction as we see all of the other infected start running up the stairs after the people remaining, and Manu must fight them off with little more than a sledgehammer and his giant neon windbreaker.
So, like,
The lights are off on the stairs. Are you fucking me?
she didn't get bitten. She's just, like,
Oh!
she's freaking out because she's in shock.
Oh, someone get this bitch away from the fucking camera.
Angela did it.
Jesus Christ, this movie's really good with the camera. This movie's good at that. Chuck that bitch down the fucking stairs, Manu. He hasn't gotten bitten yet. He's just like stone cold choking a bitch.
The mallet.
Oh, the fucking sledgehammer.
The mallet.
Oh, no. No. Oh, Manu just killed that woman.
Yeah, well, Manu's a fucking boss.
This next clip is our reaction to the attic in the penthouse bursting open and Pablo sticking his head in the camera up in it and something terrible happening. Have a listen.
I don't like this, bro.
May God help us.
Oh! Oh, trapdoor in the ceiling. There was something up there, but something's gonna jump. Don't look! Don't look! No, why are you looking? Stop! Stop looking up there!
Pablo, go up there with the camera.
There might be a way out through the attic. Are you fucking kidding me? No, we're not gonna give it a goddamn try. If you fucking put that camera up there, I swear to Jesus Christ, Pablo.
Not just the camera, himself, too.
Pablo, get the fuck out of there. Bro.
Nothing's gonna go wrong here.
God, I fucking hate this goddamn movie.
You kicked the table.
Ow. Something hit the camera. Yeah, it was an asshole.
This next clip is our reaction to the first time in the film that we see the character played by Javier Botet, otherwise known as Nina. She is a disgusting wretch of a creature. Have a listen.
There was a man in the attic who had most of his face missing, from what I could tell. What is that? Oh! Oh! No. No, what the fuck is that, Ben? What the fuck is that, Ben? And how much more of this movie is there? Because I can't handle this. Benjamin, whatever the fuck that was real big.
I was gonna say, we haven't seen Javier Botet yet.
That's what I was thinking too, but I didn't know he was... For God's sake, just let me out of here. I don't want to... They can't see us, they can't hear us, they won't find us. That might work. I doubt it, Pablo.
It could work. Uh-oh. What's that?
Oh!
It's a very thin lady.
Oh! I don't want to... No. Why does it have a hammer? Do you know what a hammer is? Oh!
I need
They
propane
did makeup for this?
and propane
That thing is
accessories.
fucking grotesque, dude.
Do you know what a hammer is?
No.
Bob,
Benjamin.
do not cover your
Benjamin,
eyes with your
I
beanie.
can't watch this anymore, man. No, seriously? Don't fucking touch me.
I know, but keep your beanie away from your eyes.
I'm freaking out, bro. I don't like shit like this. This is why I don't watch horror movies.
You're shaking. She can't hear them. They're safe. Move your beanie, Bob.
Shut up! Pablo! Pablo, run! Ah! Oh, I guess you can't see, huh? Only it. Fuck me, dude. I thought this was gonna be fun.
Is this not fun for you?
Ah! Oh, she's just beating the fuck out the camera. Okay. Okay.
No, she's beating the fuck out of Pablo.
Oh, I guess Pablo is the camera, huh?
This final clip is my reaction to the last scene of the movie where Angela, having escaped Nina, is slowly crawling towards the camera, only to be pulled swiftly into the darkness to meet a fate yet unknown.
Yeah, it's fine, Bob. Don't worry.
I don't believe you that it's fine, but I'm less scared now.
Let's see.
Oh, yep, there she goes. I saw that coming from a fucking mile away. Hi, everybody.
Yeah, welcome back from the Screams.
Yeah, how was it?
Hope you enjoyed those.
I hope you. I also hope you enjoyed. Some of them were probably pretty pants shitting.
So,
God.
this is the end of the first part of what is essentially one episode.
Yeah, so we'll release. I think what I decided on earlier is what I'll do for episodes like this. The first one will come out on a Wednesday, and the second one will come out on a Friday. And
Yeah, if there's
there are
two movies.
Yeah, if there's two movies, and if there's three, we'll do Monday, Wednesday, Friday. But
What happens
this week,
if there's 4?
you're not. Are you? Well,
I'll avoid it if I can.
if there's 4, fuck me.
We'll
I
figure
guess.
it out when we do it.
I'll have to put out one on a Thursday or something. I don't fucking know.
Yeah. So we'll come back with the next part next time.
Yeah, so the next episode that comes out will be the next part of this
Yeah,
one.
it's Rec 2, obviously.
Yeah, we're just gonna watch Rec 2. Some stuff that we want to talk about. If you're listening to this, thanks for listening to the Thanksgiving episode. I assume you have. If you haven't, go listen to that. That was really good. It would
This
have already
one's
come
coming
out.
on Wednesday. So Thanksgiving's coming out tomorrow.
Oh, so I guess look out for the Thanksgiving episode coming out tomorrow.
Yeah.
Shit. Oh my god.
Otherwise, we did that special that's coming out today, I guess.
Yeah,
If this
we'll
is
have
Wednesday.
the special drunk episode with Ashley. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna call it Shots is the episode
Drunk
title.
episode. Ashley and Bob are drunk.
I was
Well, actually, Bob's drunk. Ashley's fine.
I was super drunk. Very funny
Um,
episode. So give that a listen.
Yeah, this might be out on Spotify by the time this comes out.
I
Debatably,
fucking hope so.
our person's still making
Art. He's still working on it, so we'll see if when that gets
I
here.
mean, he has a job just like us. so
Yeah,
it's
he
fine.
has a job and everything else, so like understandable.
Um,
Follow us on Twitter for updates about the show when we release episodes, when we post special episodes.
Or just don't. I don't follow us on Twitter.
I follow us on Twitter. I retweet all of our things because I'm
I don't use
I'm
Twitter,
a good
so-
co-host.
This is also on YouTube. That's
Yeah.
probably how you're listening to it.
Probably how you're
Anyways.
listening to it. Really appreciate it. Like, comment. If you have any suggestions, please leave them. We always are looking for suggestions for random categories, for movies that you might want to have been put on the board at some point that you think will scare the shit out of me.
Yeah, that's always fun. I watch movies before. They usually go on the board sometimes, so
Yeah.
it's good
You've been
for
doing
me
that
to know
lately to
stuff.
do research, right? To get good
Yeah,
like,
I think
notes
that's
and
what I'm gonna
stuff?
start doing. But yeah, anything else to add?
I don't think so.
All
I
right,
think
have,
that's the end of the episode.
have a nice day.
All right, yeah, we'll see
you next time.
next week. See what the board brings. Hopefully, it won't be so fucking bad this time. Bye.